guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing the top movies of 2023. Yes guys, we are here doing the top 10 movies of 2023. We have a lot of good films this year that did come out. In total, I actually, on my Letterboxd list, actually watched 71 new releases in my 2023 ranked for the year. We obviously got the top 10 to go through. I will do some honourable mentions, maybe some that just missed out on the top 10. I've got Elemental and Super Mario Brothers. Two amazing animations alongside Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Like, great animation movies this year. They just were outside the top 10 for me though. Another one really surprised me was The Creator, a film that I'm really gonna like watch again and again and again because I really do love that type of genre. So yeah, that just slightly missed out. And also one that was really surprising was like Missing. That was a really good sequel to a film called Searching. It's all like shown over like computer screens and stuff like that. And then Marcel the Shell with Shoes On had real emotion behind that movie, and I really enjoyed that in the cinema. So yeah, there's some honourable mentions there of some movies that just missed out on that top 10. So then, starting off at number 10, we have Christopher Nolan's new movie, biggest hit of the year, one of the biggest hits of the year anyways, Oppenheimer. I gave it a 4-star. It does come in at number 10. For me, I appreciated, what did I say in the review? I think I said, like, in the review I actually said that I really appreciated the actual film and what it was standing for, and the fact that we got to see everything through the lens of the camera was like real and all of that jazz. But I just think for me, Oppenheimer slightly misses me getting like that 5-star or that 4.5-star because I was emotionally not as invested as I would have been in other movies, which you'll see towards the end of the ranking, obviously towards the higher up. A film has really got to grab me emotionally, as well as having a good story, as well as being well done and all that, and good acted. And there was no questions. The acting was phenomenal in this movie. The script was phenomenal. You know, I just think, you know, it just didn't grab me emotionally, and I appreciated it for what it was, but that's it, you know. So that's number 10, Oppenheimer. I gave that a 4-star. Next then, going way back to like the beginning of the year, in number 9, we have The Fabelmans. This is the Steven Spielberg directed movie, but also based on his life. Like, he's not actually called Steven in the movie. He is called Sammy in the movie, and it's loosely based off his like upbringing. So it's really nice to see a director do like a bit of an autobiography in a biopic movie. This is called The Fabelmans, the Fabelmans being the name of the family. But he discovers his love of movies and going to the cinema and then making movies and all that, which obviously Steven Spielberg does now. I gave it a 4.5-star. It came out, I think, like on Thanksgiving in 2022, but in the UK it was actually released early January. So yeah, as I say, this has been on my list for the entire year. It is in at number 9, and I gave it a 4.5-star. We are creeping up the list then. Now at number 8, another 4.5-star, and another really recent release actually. This is Killers of the Flower Moon. This is the Martin Scorsese movie. It's on Apple TV Plus, I believe, or coming soon to Apple TV Plus. Did see her in the cinemas when it came out. Really love this. It's all about like, you know, 1920s Oklahoma, and like, you know, having like how like various people want to own certain land and stuff like that. Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro. I thought it was fantastic. Very, very good performances. One of the biggest surprises for me in the film was Lily Gladstone, who plays Molly. I thought she stole the show for me in this movie, and I really hope to see her get nominated for like an Oscar or something in this film because I thought she was brilliant, and I really liked her. She was really good. In at number 7 then, we have an animation movie. Now this isn't the best animation movie of the year. This is just an animation movie, but it's one of the best. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I believe this came out, God, when was this? Maybe October, September time, or maybe even the 6 weeks holidays. I gave it a 4.5-star. Loved the animation of this film, loved the direction it was going. The voice acting as well was fantastic. We had a really good deep story and within it, and I thought it was fantastically executed. It was honestly really good. I gave it a 4.5-star. I really hope we get a sequel to it. I think, you know, it can show us more that it can have. I also think this movie is on Paramount Plus right now in the UK. If not, it's definitely been released on 4K and Blu-ray. I am yet to pick that up, but again, an amazing animated movie. Fun for families, but also fun for adults as well. Loved it, really enjoyed it. So I gave that a 4.5 star. Another 4.5 star now then, and this is at number 6. This was probably one of my biggest surprises of the year, and this is Past Lives. This is starring Greta Lee. Now Greta Lee is, I've known her from playing Stephanie in The Morning Show, so she plays Nora. This film is actually a Korean-based film, so everyone does speak Korean in the movie a lot of the time, and there is some like subtitles and stuff, obviously, when they are discussing things and talking. But it is about love, falling in love with somebody as childhood friends, and then you grow apart, and you know, all of that. Again, had the feels. Really, really enjoyed this movie. I actually logged this as a 4.5 star. So again, this is my top 6th movie of the year, Past Lives. Again, that is going to be a movie that is totally going to be all over the Oscars and stuff, I'm sure. Number 5 then now, into the top 5. And this is interesting because I have 2 horror movies in the top 5. And the first one of that is Talk to Me. This is a Australian directed based movie. Well, I think most of the actors are Australian. It's like an Australian movie. Takes place in Australia. I gave this a 4.5 star. It was a very surprising film for me. It's all about this hand, and they have to hold the hand and say, talk to me, and it shows them things that maybe, you know, are within the hand or within their mind. It's a really like a thrillery, horror-y type of movie with a really good ending, a great cast as well. Starring Sophie Wilde, who plays Mia. I think she does a fantastic job. There is a prequel planned for this film. I think it's going to be about how the hand became to be. Again, cannot wait to see it. I actually remember seeing this movie twice this year. I went to the cinema to see it, really enjoyed it, of course, and then I watched it again on Netflix on Halloween, and it might still be on Netflix now. So if you haven't got it, go and check it out. I would 100% just go and check it out. Top 4 then now, and this is the other animation movie that I said after Turtles. This is another 4.5 star. In at number 4 for the year is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Again, following on from the first one, this is a movie that's probably going to win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. The first one was just fantastic. It really set a movement in animation. It was something we've never really seen before in terms of a different style of animation that we was previously used to in other movies. And now things like Turtles and all those other things, like even Disney with Wish, they've kind of gone back to that like drawn aspect animation, even though it's 3D but then looks 2D in some aspects. It just works. It looks really, really good, and this was no exception. Obviously this is like the best movie animated wise. It's got a great soundtrack as well, again from the first one. I have only watched this movie once though in the cinema. I'm yet to watch her again, so I do need to pick it up. I do need to give her another rewatch because yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.5 star. And again, can't wait for the last one, Beyond the Spider-Verse. Is going to come out very, very soon, hopefully. And that's going to be like the end of like the trilogy of movies. But a lot of Easter eggs in the film, a lot going on, obviously. You know, Gwen Stacy and all that. Like, I loved it. I love Spider-Man. It's a childhood thing for me growing up. And to get these animated films as extra Spider-Man content is brilliant. Top 3 now then, and the best 4.5 star movie for me is Scream 6. Yeah, it's up there. New Scream fan this year, me. I watched all the Scream movies. My friend Bram said, basically, James, you got to watch them all. I watched them all. I've ranked them all. I've reviewed them all. I've done the whole thing. But Scream 6 is my 3rd favourite movie of the year. Loved it. Going into Scream 7, I am a little bit like dreading, you know, the whole thing with the casting and the director stuff that has been going out in the press recently, because they ended this movie really, really well and set it up for the 7th one, obviously, which I think is going to be coming out this year now, 2024, maybe Halloween time. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that. So we have Melissa Barrera in this movie, which is the actress, I believe, that has been recast or has been dropped from the 7th movie, which I don't know how they're going to do that. Jenna Ortega as well, playing Tara. We got a few of their other friends and all that. I love the movie. I cannot wait to rewatch this again. I don't actually own this. I only own Scream 5 and Scream 1, so I do need to get Scream 6 as soon as possible. But the last year I've kind of taken breaks here or there, so haven't really been 100% in my movies. But again, it's nice because I've got a big list of films I want to buy now. So yeah. Top 2 then now, and arguably this is like the number 1 movie of the year. You'll see what I mean when I get to number 1. But this is The Whale. I actually saw this way back at the beginning of the year as well. I believe maybe March, April time I saw this. This is The Whale. Obviously won Best Actor for Brendan Fraser. I gave this a 5-star because I was on the fence all the way through the film, and then towards the end, how it ended, I just thought it was an emotionally captivating movie that just makes you feel good about yourself, but also makes you think about other people, which I think is a very important thing to have in movies, especially stuff like this. Obviously directed by Darren Aronofsky. He has directed Don't Worry Darling, which I think has come out last year. But again, The Whale, fantastic movie, really enjoyed it. Brendan Fraser, again, only watched it once, so definitely need to give it a rewatch. I believe at the time of recording this, I think The Whale is on Amazon Prime in the UK. Weirdly, we haven't got a UK release date for this in terms of Blu-ray, so I may have to import it in. But again, The Whale, fantastic film, deserved the Oscar in my opinion, and when I watched it, it was just captivating. I absolutely loved it. 5-star. And then at number 1, you'll know why this is not really a movie, but this is Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour. I gave it a 5-star, and I'm a massive Taylor Swift fan. This is technically a movie. It is a concert film, and it is now, at the point of filming this, actually today, it overtook Michael Jackson's This Is It as the highest grossing concert movie of all time. For me, in my review, I actually wrote some words on it on Letterboxd, so we can see what I actually wrote. So I actually said this is the cinema event of the decade. You know, obviously we did have Barbenheimer this year with the whole Oppenheimer and Barbie thing, which did drive traffic back to cinemas and all that. But I also feel like Taylor Swift's movie does need to take some credit for that, because there was a lot of people going to cinemas to see this film. When you think about it, like those people going to see Barbenheimer, they were going to see it at normal movie prices, which is like, 10 quid or whatever sometimes, and you can do the buy one get one free for Meerkats or whatever. But for Taylor Swift, none of that was allowed. Like Cineworld didn't have a year because Cineworld wanted unlimited members to have it for free, but Taylor Swift's team were like, no. So you had to pay to see this film. It was like, I believe it was $19.89 for a ticket, which is obviously the name of an album, or $13.13 for a child, which is Taylor Swift's favourite number, 13. So there is like, everyone had to pay for this film, and it took a lot of money. It was sold out. I went to see it in London. I went to the Dolby Cinema, made it like a proper event that weekend it came out, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to remember it forever. I'm actually going to the Eras Tour. I'm going to the Eras Tour 3 times next year. Well, 2024, which I'm in now. It's one of those weird ones. But yeah, I'm going to see the actual tour. But again, had to make it number 1. It gave me the emotional feels. I've watched it twice since having it. I also now own it physically on Blu-ray, as I've got some bootlegs and stuff. But yeah, number 1 movie of the year. It just made me fall in love with cinemas and videos on YouTube again. So I have to give it to Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour. So there it is, guys. There is my top 10 best movies of the year. Let me know if you disagree or agree with those movies. Of course, we will also be doing the top 10 worst movies of the year, so stay tuned for that, because God, there's some stinkers in there. That video is coming out very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.